The days are long, so I can handle this. If this was winter, when it gets dark at 5 o'clock, you know, I wouldn't take this order, because if this is the type of route,
in 1,000 feet, turn right. Then stay to the right.
I have to take. I'm not familiar with these roads, but because it's light out, I can handle it. It's pretty, it's scenic. Today's total for completing 3 scheduled deliveries through dlivrd, the dlivrd app, came out to 133.55, and I didn't complete any other gig apps today. Total miles, 71.2 miles. That's not bad. That's pretty good for the money that I earned. And like I said, I did not complete any other deliveries. All I did was complete 1 in the morning scheduled delivery, and I just completed 2. And the one I just completed now, it was to the Greenvale High School, I believe. It was a volleyball practice tournament, whatever you want to call it. And the woman got guac shop from Jericho for the coaches. The last order was sent to me when I was leaving from my first order today. I completed that morning delivery, which brought me halfway home, the drop-off, and I came home to do stuff. Then I went back out just to complete this, and I just made it. There's a lot of traffic. I thought it said 4:40, so I just made it. It said 4:30. The traffic was actually light today. So this was a good deal, because I had to come home today and take care of some stuff, and I still earned 133, and I didn't have to just drive around constantly working the apps, multi-apping. So it was a real, for me, this was pleasant. The reason why I took the last order is because after the order before that, I was only like, I don't know, 6 miles away from the pickup. So it made sense. You know, I wouldn't have drove really out of my way. So 133.50, I said, 71.2 miles. Now that's not a bad gig. Oh, and the time, an hour of my time this morning. Say by the time I left my apartment and got back in, an hour and 15 minutes. It was quick because the drop-off brought me home. And this I left at 5 to 4, and I pulled up 10 after 7. 5 to 4, so we'll say 4, 5, 6, 7. 3.5 hours, so we'll say 4.5. 4 hours and 45 minutes. I earned $133.50. The order that was sent to me today, at the end, while I was finishing up the morning delivery, this was a last minute delivery, and she told me, the woman, I only placed it this morning. So they sent that right out, and it worked out for me. I got lucky. And no spillage. No spillage. I was so lucky. Why was I so lucky? Because the beans had no saran wrap on them, and not even like underneath the cover. And I didn't say anything because they were busy. This was a last minute order. They're just making it, these workers. And they dished out a pretty decent size order, as I just showed you. So I placed the plastic bag over the 2 half trays of beans, and I can't believe there was no spillage. I was shocked. And it's because I was driving on those roads, and they're hilly. I'm just floored. I'm very grateful, but I was floored that nothing spilled. but I still covered it with the plastic wrap instead of covering the box. So that worked out. I got really lucky. This is the order that I delivered earlier today. And I got paid $3.35 extra for waiting because the restaurant was running a little late. But they were prepared the night before, but they still had to wrap things up. And there's work to be had when you're dishing out this amount of food. Yesterday, I turned down a delivered delivery because it was early in the morning, and I really didn't want to wake up at 6:30, and it didn't fit my day schedule to complete a delivery at 8 in the morning during rush hour. So, Cartwheel, Bolt, had an order, and I waited till they gave the bonus. It worked out well, and it wasn't that far. But it was easier, and the time was right. It was late morning. So I completed a bulk delivery, and they have many of them up there for tomorrow. They have 3 right off the bat. And you got to wait for those bonuses to come in because it's not worth to complete these for $15 or $20. I don't feel it is. The bonuses really do help. If I did not have a delivery tomorrow, I would keep an eye out on this one. It's a little far, the Woodbury pickup, but it's an easy pickup, and I'm familiar with the food, and $531 worth of food from that place is not the same amount to transport compared to $531 from the guac shop, just as an example, because the food's more expensive, so there's less boxes to deliver. I would wait for a bonus because the drop-off would be in Garden City. Well, that would be bringing me home. And then they have another one down here, Queens to the Bronx. If that's your area, then it's worth your time. So I'm really happy I gave this a try again. And on Fridays, they're paying the gig workers on Fridays at my market. So that worked out well. I am completing a delivery tomorrow. Wantor pickup, Merrick drop off. Sweet.